Welcome back on 7 to our coverage of the Speedway tonight, and it is the production sedan showdown. They're 4 wide at the moment, and we've got 23 starters out there. Budget class of sedans, and they've been putting on some great racing over the last 2 nights. 23 starters, and I can guarantee at some point they will be like that, 4 wide. We did have 5 wide racing on Friday night, and it will be Jamie Higgs and Jake Blight on the front row, George Park and Hayden Thomas row 2, the Australian champ Kyle Sayer on row 3 with Aidan Trewern as they move around the racetrack at the moment doing their Kwinana salute, 4 wide, and they now break formation and come back to 2 wide. Kyle Sayer holds the track record at 11 minutes 35. I don't think that's quite accurate. We'll get underway. Let's see if we get the 20 laps done. I think it'll be a record time. The 61 takes the early lead from Jake Blight. On the inside of him is Jamie Higgs. They're 3 wide as they move down the back straight for 3rd place with George Park getting in there. One car has hit the fence further back, but he's A-OK. They're 3 and 4 wide coming out of turn 4. He's not A-OK. He's lost a wheel. The 13 of Brad Mitchell has come to grief. The wheel has passed him as they move down the main straight. The yellows will come on as soon as they cross the line. There it is. Yellow lights are on. They did that immediately so that the lap counted, and then we'll have the restart. So the wheel's coming down the main straight. Yeah. It's got 100 metres to go. Will it get a lap in the books? Here it comes. It's getting close to the finish line. It's starting to get close to the inside. Here it comes. It gets across the line, and Brad Mitchell's right front wheel has done a lap. So it's 1 lap in the books for part of car number 13. Unfortunately, Brad will go off on the infield. The wheel, as it's designed to do at this racetrack, finds its way to the infield into the concrete barrier. It's Higgs on the inside, George Park the outside. Kyle Sayer, the Australian champion in the blue Carnival 1, is there as well. They're 3 wide for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 4 wide now, if you don't mind. As they run down the back straight, it's Blight the leader. It's a traffic jam as they head up into turn number 3 and out of 4. Blight from Higgs. Sayer is there, Parks is there, and so is Nuccini. It's a wall of cars down the main straight.
Park managing to get past Higgs, and Sayer's also gotten past too. So we've got a new front 3. As you can see, Nuccini and Mendez battling away a bit further back. There's the view of the front of the field. It's Jake Blight who leads from George Park going the inside along with Kyle Sayer as we get through 3 laps into the Opal Finance front straight. Jamie Higgs is 4th, then Ricky Nuccini and Aidan Trewern's in 6th, but there's the gap first to 2nd as we have a look at the 11 car Mendez, who gets past the 12 there of Aidan Trewern, who had a bit of a moment coming out of Maddington Toyota turn number 2. We get through 4 laps. It's Blight who leads from Park and Sayer.
Yeah, Trewern had a lot of problems, but we got 2 that have spun around behind back in turn number 2, and that has brought again the race to the halt.
Blight didn't quite get the full drive that we saw earlier, and that means Kyle Sayer up on the inside is going to put a fair bit of pressure, and maybe George Park might be able to split the 2 of them. Further back, lots of moves being made, while Kyle Sayer has now moved to the lead from George Park. Blight trying to fight back, and the 41 of Ricky Nuccini also put in a bit of a push and shove coming out of over 1 turn 4.
So they get through 4 laps now. So where's the move? Mendez has been able to get a position right now. Sayer, you would suggest, is going to be favoured, but again, you see the speed from Jake Blight. Jake Blight comes down underneath, so tries to challenge. Lets the race leader know he's there, and not going away is George Park. 5 laps down, a 20-lap feature race for the deciding night for the West Coast production sedan showdown.
Side of the car there from Kyle Sayer. That's been a patch-up job that's happened over the last 24 hours or so, but it's going in the right direction, and it leads this feature.
Well, Blight got a reprieve, even though at the rear of the field, but because the race didn't stop back in the race, took advantage of it. Back out there, Dashing Dan, and going along beautifully as down the back straight goes Sayer. George Park challenge up on the outside. That's where the race is. Look at that. Side by side racing out of 3 into 4. 4, and up on the outside. Is Park going to get it? He is over the top. He comes. So good drive by Park. Blight to third. Hicks, Nuccini, Trewern. We're still racing with the two who are racing for second and third place right now. They are the two on the screen here. Up on the outside, it's Park. On the inside, it's Blight. Blight sticks the beak back in front. Park comes back here in the main straight. They're both chasing the race leader, who you can see out in front, Kyle Sayer.
And George Park finally gets the better of that exchange with Jake Blight, moves to second. Blight fights back once again. The Australian champion about 60 metres ahead of them at the moment. Back to Jamie Hicks in fourth, and then Ricky Nuccini, our race leader, coming up on 1, 2, 3, 4 lap cars that he's about to lap as they make their way down the main straight with 7 to go. Still Park and Blight having this titanic struggle for second and third. Just when you think Park has got the better of it, Blight comes back again as our race winner Jake Blight. Back in fourth is Jamie Hicks, and Aidan Trewern and Nino Mendez. That's the order of the top half dozen, but our race leader is well clear now as they run down the back straight. He'll come up this time around and get the white lights. They come on out of turn number 4. There is 1 lap to go in the production sedan showdown. Back to Park in second, then back in third is Jake Blight. He won 1 heat race last night and was well down for a couple of the others. Lost some panels along the way, but at the time it doesn't matter because the Australian champion shows once again why he's one of the best in Australia. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Sayer first home. Second is George Park. Back in third place it's Jake Blight. Back in fourth Jamie Hicks. Up in fifth place checkered flag, and he is victorious in the first feature race of the night. And look,
so are the kids.
Yeah, so the kids are up there as well. So he's getting the photos with the paparazzi. Let's go down to Chris for the presentations.
What a thriller here at the Motorplex for round 3 of the West Coast Production Sedan Showdown.